desde la ciudad de Sioux Falls, Dakota del Sur, para el mundo entero. El primer programa bilingüe de la televisión en el Medio Oeste. La Voz Hispana TV. Este programa es auspiciado por Wells Fargo. Juntos llegaremos lejos. Washington Pavilion. Herland Funeral Home. Heidi. Y ya con ustedes, nuestros animadores, Juan Bonilla y Chelsea Reader.
Gracias por estar con nosotros el día de hoy en La Voz Hispana TV. Yo soy Juan Bonilla.
And I'm Chelsea Ritter. In today's show, we speak to the Sioux Falls Diversity Council President, Andre Oliver. Then we'll talk to Shannon Barnes from 7 Studio about the Sioux Falls fashion scene. And we'll continue our travels through Mexico.
Más tarde en La Voz Hispana TV, Antonio Medina nos trae un grupo musical desde Marshall, Minnesota, Escuadrón Musical. Pero antes, oigamos a nuestro hombre Mike. ¿Qué tú crees o cuál es tu opinión acerca de la nueva directora del Centro Multicultural?
I'm very, very enthused. I really am. I think that changes needed to be made. They did. And we talked about that one. I mean, you and Josephina talked about that even in my campaign. I heard things on the campaign trail that actually disturbed me in terms of things that were happening at the Multicultural Center. And I didn't think they could go on any longer. And I made a commitment that if I became mayor, that was one of the things I was going to focus on. Now, there were changes recommended before I became mayor, and I'm glad. The word got out that there were some definite issues. I'm excited about Christy. I think that she's going to do a good job. She's got a good background. She has faced some really challenging situations in prior cities that she's lived at. And I think she'll bring those times and those talents, and yes, even that crust that she's got on her skin because of those challenges. I think she's going to be a great asset, not only to Sioux Falls, but more importantly, to the diversity community that we have here in Sioux Falls.
¿Tú crees que la Junta de Directores del Centro Multicultural está representada por todos los grupos étnicos de nuestra comunidad?
No. No, I don't. Again, I think it needs to be more reflective of the diversity that we have in this city. There are good women and good men of diversity that are well qualified to help lead the Multicultural Center Board. And we need to find them and we need to interview them. And if they're qualified and they're motivated and they're energetic about making the Multicultural Center even stronger, we need to get them on that board. I've met with people like Mary Medina and Christy and Carol Tweet and people who are already on the board. Kenny Anderson Jr. and I tell you, we've had very, very heartfelt conversations about this very topic. And I actually think we should already have the board stronger than what it is today. But I'm not in charge of that board. I don't want to be in charge of that board. I mean, it's a lot of work already. I respect for them for the decisions they made, and they're going to go out there and now do that. So to answer your question, no, I don't think it is there yet, but I do believe that we're going to get there.
Mike, gracias por haber estado aquí el día de hoy. Te agradecemos tu presencia y agradecemos todo lo que estás haciendo por nuestra comunidad.
Don't change that channel. Coming up next, Andre Oliver tells us how to get involved with the Sioux Falls Diversity Council. Welcome back. Let's take you to our interview with Sioux Falls Diversity Council President Andre Oliver as he talks about getting involved in Sioux Falls.
Explain some of the challenge or opportunities that our diverse community may face off.
What we're seeing is that we need to be able to compete locally and internationally. And so when you compare medium-sized cities such as Sioux Falls to Rochester, Omaha, even Fargo, we're seeing that over the last 4 years, there's been a significant brain drain, meaning that people would come here to go to college and they would move away. Or you would have high school students that would go off to another place and go to college and stay. You compare even like Rochester to, I think Rochester is technically smaller in size than Sioux Falls. They have almost 3 times as many master's degree and PhD workers, whether it's the environment or whatever, but people are moving and gravitating to Rochester. Up until recently, in just some of the discussions that we're having with people at Future Sioux Falls and also the Chamber of Commerce, they're seeing that the brain drain has subsided. The reason that it has subsided is that our economy is very flat here. So whenever things go down in other places, people come here for the stability, the jobs, and also the cost of living. So it's a good opportunity to find a way to keep those people here, grow jobs, and have an inclusive society. Some of the challenges we're seeing is with a lot of political rhetoric that we're having, is that when people are engaged in specific banter, whether they're trying to assert themselves or to convince other people to join their political cause or the reason, sometimes a concomitant after effect is that it alienates people. It alienates others by they will form some type of nativism in which they will aggressively or passive aggressively come together. And it's okay if you are of a certain culture and you want to hang out with people of a certain likeness. There's nothing wrong with that. But with some of the nativism, what occurs is that people just lean on what is easy, what is natural. And so you have a circle of influence that you don't really go outside of. And so when you do that, that becomes sort of a fiefdom. This is my area of influence. This is my area of discussion. And what happens is that circle of influence that you have cordoned yourself off into or in your family, it also turns into your circle of growth. So one of the things we need to do is break bread, have conversations, and get past some of this rhetoric and realize that we are all Americans.
How can people get involved?
There's a lot of ways people can get involved. We have our annual Diversity Council Conference, which is coming up Tuesday, November 16th at the Ramcota. People can go online and register as an individual, community group, or employer and be able to set up an event, set up a booth, and also go to any of the events and the breakout sessions. So it's going to be a good opportunity for people to mix with other diversity champions inside the community. Also, the Sioux Falls Diversity Council, which is a group of board members that you are a part of, they are more than welcome to join in our meetings. We meet on the second Friday of every month at the library downtown. And so our kickoff meeting will be November 12th at the Sioux Falls Downtown Library. We have a stakeholders group, we have business and development group, youth group, as well as media group as well. So there's a lot of opportunities. People want to get involved. It's very exciting, the activities that we're doing. We have the backing of a lot of businesses and also the government. And so it's great to see people coalesce underneath a positive cause.
Ya volvemos con Antonio Medina y Escuadrón Musical, luego de esta corta pausa. Como parte de nuestro show, queremos traerle cosas divertidas que pasan en nuestra área. Así que les traemos en La Voz Hispana TV Antonio Medina, presentando un grupo desde Marshall, Minnesota, Escuadrón Musical.
Hola amigos de La Voz Hispana TV, mi nombre es Antonio Medina, el Cachanilla. Es para mí un placer entrar a sus hogares en este nuevo proyecto que transmitimos desde Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Vámonos ahora con una agrupación joven y dinámica que nace en el mes de septiembre del 2007 en la ciudad de Marshall, Minnesota, dentro del género duranguense y lagunero. Ellos son Escuadrón Musical, que nos presentan su primer producción discográfica, A Puro Dolor.
Perdona si te estoy llamando en este momento, pero me hacía falta escuchar de nuevo, aunque sea un instante, tu respiración. Disculpa, sé que estoy violando nuestros juramentos, sé que estoy de maravilla, que no me ha afectado lo de tu partida, pero con un dedo no se tapa el sol. Me estoy muriendo, muriendo por verte, agonizando, muy lento y muy fuerte. Vida, devuélveme mis fantasías, mis ganas de vivir la vida, devuélveme el aire, cariño mío, sin ti yo me siento vacío, las tardes son un laberinto y las noches me saben a puro dolor.
Les agradezco la oportunidad de entrar a sus hogares y les invito, me dejen su comentario a mi correo electrónico antonio.medina@lavozhispana.tv. Hasta la siguiente, amigos.